Should I be considered mean for snapping at my boyfriend after ignoring him all day? I, female, had a really rough day yesterday and ended up in an argument with my boyfriend, male, and now I'm not sure if I'm the problem or if he's just being insensitive. I had a ton of stuff going on, work was really stressful, my mom said something that upset me, and I just got really overwhelmed. When I get like that, just go quiet and don't really feel like talking to anyone. It's not like I'm mad, I just need some space, but I still want my boyfriend to be there. I didn't really talk to him much all day. He did check in a couple of times, like he asked me if I wanted food or if I wanted to watch something with him, but I just said no thank you. I was in a bad mood and I didn't feel like doing anything. Just seemed like I couldn't even talk without getting upset, so I stayed in the bedroom. Later that evening, I started feeling a bit better and thought maybe now we could talk or watch something together, but when I came out of the room, he was already in the living room playing games. He had his headset on, talking and laughing. I stood there for a minute, hoping he'd notice me, but he didn't. I ended up just going back to the bedroom because I didn't want to interrupt, but I also wanted him to notice I was there and maybe ask me how I was feeling. So I texted him something like, "Guess your game is more important than spicy time," and he came in after a bit and was kinda upset. He said I'd been ignoring him all day and that he didn't know what to do, so he just gave me space. I told him I wasn't trying to ignore him, I just needed some quiet, not to be totally left alone. He said I should have told him what I needed instead of expecting him to guess. Feel like he should have tried hard to notice I was struggling? We've been together for 3 years, shouldn't he know me by now? If the roles were reversed, I would have kept checking in, not just assumed I wanted to be left alone. He said I was being impossible to read, and that I set him up to fail. He kept calling me dramatic, which is what really pushed me over the edge, because he knows my ex used to gaslight me by saying that. Went back and forth on this, and eventually he said, quote, "You're being such a princess right now," under his breath, but obviously loud enough for me to hear, and by that point I was completely over it. I told him I needed some time alone and to enjoy his video games, and I left the house for a bit. I went to my father's for a few hours to cool down so I wouldn't say anything else I might regret. He was obviously pissed, and he texted me like 10 times asking if I was okay, but I just didn't want to deal with him right then after what he said. Felt like everything was terrible and I needed space to clear my head. Honestly, I don't think I'm wrong for wanting him to care enough to try. I didn't need some big thing, just a little attention, like a hug or maybe a quick, "Are you okay?" But now he's acting like I'm the one being unreasonable, and I just don't get it, especially after the things he said. Am I the meanie for removing myself from the situation?